Hi everyone, welcome to BCAT Art with Miss Charity. Today we are going to be doing creative writing with a twist. First, have a clean, clear art space. So I don't want anything hindering. I need everything organized and clean. Make sure there's not a pile of laundry on your desk where you're trying to draw around it. And just let the creative art process flow. I want to know what inspires you. Do you have a quote or do you have something that keeps you going? I want you to create art and use it as a motivational tool. So when you see it, you'll think, I did that, and it's fabulous, and you're capable of so many things. So what we're going to do for this project is we're going to use things around us that inspire us. Maybe things around the house, but my challenge to you is to go outside and see what you can collect to put in your collage. So for example, you're walking and you're like, wow, that rock looks awesome and it would go great in my collage and add depth and meaning. Put it in your collage. I want to see it. Rocks, bugs, flowers, anything. Whatever shows who you are, I want to see those elements in your collage. Be creative, have fun, and go bananas. So nature inspires me. So a lot of nature things are normally in my art pieces, but enough about me. I want to know more about you. And if it's music or if it's dance or if it's curling with a broom or sports, I want to see those interests. So by using objects to create symbolism and any art medium that your little heart desires, and by placement of words, we are going to create a collage based off of some aspects of the Dada movement and Surrealist ideas, which are both forms of modern art. Make it as big or as small as you would like, but my challenge to you is to completely fill your composition with your ideas. You're not boring, so why would you create something boring? Create something that excites you and the audience. If you aren't familiar with Dada or the Surrealism art movement, here's a nifty clip to familiarize yourself with it. A key element in both Surrealism and Dadaism is juxtaposition. Juxtaposition will allow you to put nonsensical items, pictures, and drawings together to create meaning. Dada inspired Surrealism by its juxtapositioning of thoughts, symbolism, and cultures. I'm going to explain juxtaposition in greater detail so you guys at home have a full understanding and how to use it. And I'm going to do that through one of Banksy's paintings called The Biography. The beautiful and grotesque, the belief in a God and doubting the existence of a God. Bewilderness or your backyard vegetable garden. Dark versus light. Despair versus hope. These are all examples of contrasts, contradictions, opposites even. In literature, one way that readers and writers find pleasure is when those things are juxtaposed. Juxtaposition doesn't mean that this thing and that thing are opposites. Juxta is Latin for next to. Pose in French means to place. Hence, place next to. The point is, the connection has to do with proximity and immediacy. It's not opposed, but juxtaposed. Not opposite, but near or next to. Then you experience how they become allies in meaning. It dramatizes one experience next to another experience to create a metaphor. That is juxtaposition. You just look at one thing that has been placed or posed side by side next to another thing. The two pictures by René Magritte, the first, the 5th season, and the second, Cici et n'est pas le bloc de Mimi. To notice something is in juxtaposition is to notice things side by side and are contrasted and creating a unified meaning. The first, the 5th season, with the comb and brush, you will notice her use of ratio compared to the other objects. Perhaps that could be a hierarchy scale of importance of usage. And next is the proximity to one another to create a unique and interesting composition. It is up to you what that meaning that you take from the 5th season. Possibly these are items that keep her pulled together throughout the day. Maybe the match is really a symbol for smoking. But of course we do not really know, and that is why both of these pieces are amusing, because they create many different narratives for the audience. A fun way to experiment with words that you will be using in your collage is a word generator. So I'll show you a couple of links that I used, and it's a really fun, easy way to play with words. The only rules that there are is the ones that you create. So you can assemble what you have in your quote or saying or whatever you come up with, or you borrow something from someone else, and it'll change all the words and it'll generate different things, and it's fun. It's a lot of fun. I definitely recommend that you try it for your collage, and I think it'll be something that helps you in future art projects. So these are the two links, glass leaves and grizulas. And I use glass leaves, but they're both great. So this is my collage that I created. The quote that I chose was, "She said she could and she did." Something I found years ago online. It's very precise, to the point. I don't know who said it, someone awesome. I've certainly thought it before. So as you can see, I collaborated all these ideas. I have my rocks, I have little snowballs, I have seashells I've collected. These are things I've collected over time. In high school, someone once called me Gazelle, kind of stuck with me. So that's why there's a theme of a gazelle. And there's a lot of meaning and metaphor in this. And I'm not going to explain everything to you because I like to create a mystery for the audience, and I also like the audience to take something away of their own with it. When I use these devices, as you can see, I like to spread them around the composition so you won't only see it in one place. That creates unison and harmony and a nice balance for the eye to move around. When I did the glass pieces that you see in my collage, I put a tiny mirror in a plastic bag, and I don't recommend doing this at home, but if you do, make sure you use 2 Ziploc bags, and I hammered it very lightly. If you hammer it too hard, you're just going to get grain and it's not going to do anything for you. So I used scattered mirrors throughout to create meaning, and I cut up magazines. And I used different placements of words. So like I was just telling you about the word generator, you'll see I have did, could, and this says just your, and there's an implied subject there. I'm going to let the audience figure that out for themselves. So I really want to see you guys shine through your art piece by combining Dada, Surrealism, and your inspirational quote, and a dash of Willy Wonka. Let the magic begin. The only rules is the rules that you create. My challenge to you again is to find something outside and display words in a fun way by using the word generator. And if you'd like to incorporate a poem, go for it. How are you going to send me these pics? You can send them to my email and I will upload them for everyone to share. Next week's challenge is to keep with the concepts of surrealism, but I want to see you pushing social norm constructs and how we as a society expect to perceive objects, but make them your own. For example, you can make a house out of cookies, or a cup made of fur, like Mary Oppenheim did, also known as Momo. You can create or draw it. It's completely up to you, and I can't wait to see what you guys come up with. I will see you guys next week, and hopefully on Monday for BCAT's Chill and Chat at 3. Bye!